Yes, had given money to the people that needed it. So we were $1,800 short on the rent. That was scary.
We're live, just so everybody knows.
And she's kind of done that to me a couple times. There's like, we were up 10 grand at one point, and then we're kind of slowly dripping down from 10 grand to like 9 grand to like 7 grand. That all of a sudden I'm like, okay, so how much we got? She's like, $500. I'm like, that's not possible. And then she's like, no, look, $500. Because again, that was another one of those months where we were paying out, but waiting for stuff to come in. And all of those monies doubled.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
If I have to give you $10, but you give me $10, is a gap of $20. And everything's twice as bad as it looks, right?
Oh, that reminds me.
You owe me $20?
I did it 1 year.
We sold it again.
And I was gonna say
we already sold it.
That's good because I was gonna say try selling it again because it was I was like, what?
You got it for $5.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So it's like, no.
You know what? A year from now,
I wasn't gonna do
no one ever in the world's ever gonna buy my paintings again. I'm not selling any more paintings after this place closes.
Yeah, I got a few Tearus.
If you want a rich Tearu painting, you're gonna have to mow your neighbor's lawn.
I just found out that the art teacher that taught me kendo was living in Persia on a small island on Nanaimo.
Making art or kendo?
Well, he's retired, so I assume he's making art.
Oh, okay.
He's practicing Tai Chi too. Style.
Okay, so we are live.
Or are we? How did you do the Instagram?
It was still logged in.
That's crazy.
But
can you check and see if it's actually going?
Yeah.
How would I know the difference between now and before?
I'm on it trying to see it because I'm not you. So if you're watching and logging in, if you could hit share, that would be awesome. And I'm trying to see if we're on Instagram. How do we know these things? Well, it says check mark, but when I go to Instagram here, it won't let me go live. This time.
Oh, writing is worse than mine.
What's that?
Writing in here. I didn't think I'd ever find something that looked more like a doctor's writing than mine.
Not without going to the doctor.
That's what we do here at the Rumble.
Are there no people with us tonight?
Oh, I gotta tell Maya to practice.
Is she going to be a doctor?
She wants to be. I'm gonna have to tell her you gotta make your signature more.
Unpenmanship your signature.
Yeah.
Unpenmanship your signature.
Jess is currently just working on her penmanship. Did you remember to take the?
I remember this time. Yes.
Did Morgan take that desk? I'm throwing it out.
Just put it in the back. No? Okay. So, we are live. Hello. 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 There's 6 people with us. That's amazing.
Who are
That's
the
nice.
6 people? Let's get some names.
6 people. Say hi.
Hi, 6 people.
6 people.
Can you ask those 6 people to share?
Say hi. Oh, there's 5.
5
If
people.
you could share. So people who are in-house, if you have a piece
Oh,
you
might
want
be
to
sharing.
sell, you can bring it up anytime. If you're still working on your stuff, you can work away and then just let us know when you have a piece you'd like to put in. This is Rumble 558. Yay! Scott K says hi. Kelly's hi. Yay! To start us off, I think we should always start out with a piece like this. We have the lovely talents of Nova. Isn't it the happiest thing? It's like
Best rainbow I've seen in a long time.
right? It's like smiley face with eyebrows, jazz hands, flower hair. And I think, and if you buy this piece, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but this looks like a trampoline. And then there's like a cute guy going wee off there with a
Or
cat.
skateboards, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe skateboards. So if you buy this piece, you'll be able to decide the awesomeness that is occurring in here. For you, of course, not for everyone else, because that's art. So the opening is $3.50. It was made here tonight by Nova. This is by Nova, Morgan's daughter. Morgan has his pieces up on the wall, and if you are able to come down, oh, Dusty's here! Yay! Hi, Dusty. Then be wonderful to see you down here. See Morgan's stuff up on the walls, and also Nova's been coming in making art. So this is by Nova, $3.50 opening bid. So how we do this is you can, if you're watching us from home, you can text 403-629-7424.
That's 403.
The phone number is on the
629-7424.
screen. And I see 9 people now, which is lovely.
Doubled.
Right? That is some good stuff. So that is by Nova. Happy Nova painting. Can move some of my stuff away so it's not.
Boy, I'd like to watch.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it on a big screen. I've never seen it on a big screen. We're going to ask Kenny Meadows to make consider doing that.
Right.
Next, we have Sam's work. These are prints of originals. Sam Biggity. Change. So these are opening at $10 each. These are prints of originals. So $20 for this set, or $10 each. These are both by Sam.
$23, Scott. Happy bid.
Yay!
What is that? $5 for Nova from Anonymous.
Wait,
You got to check these.
where's your phone?
It's right here.
Yay! So we got a bid for $5 for Nova's piece, and then we got a bid for $23.50 from Scott
For both of those?
for Nova. Yeah.
From Scott?
Thanks, Scott. That is a happy piece.
Happy people holding hands. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, these are by Sam, $10 each, or $20 for the pair, if you'd like both of them. Rich has all these beautiful pieces. I'm going to start showing some of the ones from last week that we forgot to put in often. Right?
Right. Thank you.
This. I just love your foxes, Rich Teru.
Yeah. Thank you.
Opening for your foxy?
$5.
$5.
$5.
These are watercolor on beautiful papers. Okay, $5. Oh, 12 people. 12 people. Look at us go. I really like this one. So we were talking about the inspirations today. We were talking about this book, Dopamine Nation, that we were reading. And this guy with his arm on this guy's head. Just like, I really feel like this is this like addiction or this like thing that's just like holding this guy down. Cause he's just,
Oh, you see it like the monkey on the back.
yeah, he's just so flippantly like, do you like that? I love that hand. He's just like, just
in front of his face.
right? Like it's just, it is. And so I feel like they're almost not on like the same plane. Like the one blue fellow is like existing and kind of holding that guy down.
Hmm.
And that guy, other guy might not even see the blue guy, but he feels him.
Hmm.
Opening bid?
$5.
I really like this. So
Who's Galen laughing about?
I just saw myself sitting at the desk.
and just like,
Oh, you didn't see the other figure. Interesting.
very beautiful. Then we got a gorgeous Hemingway. You can just put this, we have a beautiful little gold frame. Just put lovely little sweatered Ernest Hemingway in a gold frame. I think that would be beautiful on anybody's desk.
There's eyewash for it.
What's the name?
Was he
Who?
anyway?
Was he what?
I'm
What's your
trying to think of I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. Was he in the Navy or like was he a seafarer at any point in his
He
life?
was in the military.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
he
but he's
was-
always in that beautiful,
Oh
like,
wait, no, he was an old man in the sea. He was a
Yeah.
fisherman,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
and he started his own navy. When he was after the war, he went into 2 wars, and after the war, he bought himself a ship and was patrolling, like Key Largo or something, somewhere that like Trump
That makes
was in.
sense.
And so he was like, they kind of like, treated it like maybe he was just doing like a drinking game. But he had his own Coast Guard, the Hemingway Coast Guard or something like that.
okay. Did you want to talk later about this one? About your process piece?
Well, you could. I think I told you the whole story. Yeah?
So,
See how well you remember.
okay. So there's writing, there's imagery, we have negative space, we have positive
You don't
space.
remember it all.
Shh. I'm just letting the people at home look first.
Well, you remember.
So Rich is always in this constant battle of he has this beautiful paper, his beautiful materials, and then he's like, he does a beautiful painting, and then he's like, oh, maybe I should fill in this whole space, because I tell the kids at school, fill in the whole space. I tell Felix, fill in the whole space. And then he fills in the whole space. And he's like, I overdid it. It's like an illustration of a book. And then but when he does a little bit, then he's like, I didn't work hard enough. And then, so he's in this constant battle of like, do I keep going?
I absolutely overworked that one.
Yeah.
And I got fed up because I worked from right to left, and it was a art history piece.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
It was the betrayal.
Right. Yeah. And then hello.
Hi, Randy. I mean, AC. I see Randy, the name online all the time, that I saw you physically, and then that was
Yeah,
strange.
they watch every Wednesday.
That is so nice. It's so
But I
nice
brought
to
a
see
couple,
that.
but I don't know if it's too late. To
You're
bring
never
Never
too late.
too late.
No.
them. I'll sit myself down.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, can you stay a bit, or would you like
yeah,
to?
I can stay.
Oh, that is so nice.
So I'll tell
That's a
my,
beautiful
I'm gonna
night
tell
for
my story
driving,
about
so
it. Jess.
Totally.
I was just teasing you about it.
Did I do pretty good?
You did great. Okay. So it was the betrayal in the Garden of Gethsemane. And if I can see this properly, it's set in the 90s, right? And then so you got this thug coming to grab him on the shoulders, and Jesus giving him a kiss. and I worked my way this way. And what I really liked was I had done the flesh tones and the jeans and the sneakers, and the white shirts had bled into the background because I hadn't painted the background. So when that was just kind of half done, I really loved how it looked. But then I felt compelled to fill in the background. I filled in the background to here, and I was like, "Oh, I've overworked it." So now it just feels like a illustration from a book. And so I started writing notes to myself about like, I'm not even going to bother finishing this thing. Just relax and let the paper do it. You know, like go with the process, follow your heart. And then I got to here, and as I filled that in, I realized actually, now that I've wrecked it, I might have some fun painting it. So I did paint the rest of it in. I quite enjoyed myself. And in the end, it was just a little bit edgy and a little bit tight. So then I put all the text on it, and I started telling the story about this is actually, if it's not set, and that's me, if it's not set in the Garden of Gethsemane, then it's also kind of crosses over into my night at Highwood when the Ramones and Bad Brains were playing, and that's the text in the background. But yeah, it's a combination of.
I like the references of the shapes of the lights and the. That's really cool.
So that's what that was.
What's your opening bid for this one?
Well, that's
Richie?
$5.
$5.
But it's
opening
also,
bid.
you know what? That is a piece that will affect the rest of my career, because in making that piece, I realized what I want to do is let go of the politics that I teach versus the practice of what I make.
Yeah, I like that, Rich. The idea, yeah. That's really cool.
I like it.
So we have the figures, the
This
Foxy,
isn't dry yet.
the Ernest Hemingway, and then we have our betrayal here. And then, yeah, Asa,
This is from my recent trip to Italy. But it kind of reminded me of the Secret Garden too. It was this. I took a photograph of it and then I painted it. It's like it was in Bellagio, high up towards a park area on Lake Como in Italy, and there was this narrow passage, and I just thought, inspired me to photograph it and then paint it.
the textures are so beautiful.
Thank you.
And the layers. So what's your opening bid for this one?
20.
$20 opening bid. So acrylic on canvas. And yeah, it really does have that like jumping into a fantasy.
Yeah, just kind of pulls you in and.
It does. Scott says $20 for Rich's overworked, underworked piece. It's perfect. Bye, Scott.
And this is from
Scott, I will say-
Shelley's. Oh, not Shelley, so her daughter,
This
Stephanie.
piece,
Oh, that's so nice. She asked me to bring that in. She's away right now.
I think personally, is more important, less for the artwork and more for the transition. That I'm 52, and it isn't every day that I make a painting, stop midway, and make a change for the rest of my life. So I was actually at the point, you can see here, there's pencil text where I was making notes to myself, and that was sort of like a commitment. This is like, I'm setting my work on fire so that I remember to not get lapped up into this. I have to finish, I have to complete, I have to fill. And then I got to hear, I'm like, well, now that I've made the sacrifice, I was actually like supervising an exam. So I was just sitting there for another 2 hours, like, maybe I will paint it. So I really loved how it looked. I wouldn't say so much I wrecked it, as I wrecked what I loved about it. And then actually the librarian was in the exam as well, supervising, and she's like, oh, I really like that. I was like, well, that makes sense because she really loves book illustrations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas what I liked was the sparsity, and there was implied line and implied space, right? The white shirt against the white paper with the distinctive flesh tones really showed shoulders and torso where there wasn't. And I really liked that. And I forfeited that to a compulsion to listen to my grade 8 teacher. So Scott, I think this will be good to put in a vault somewhere and torment me with when I'm later. I'm expecting to buy all these paintings back years from now. They'll value even if it's just me
I'll
buying
go
them.
25 on that one.
Oh, and Christine gets 25 on Rich's piece. So, recap. This is by Anne Christine. A beautiful secret pathway in Bellagio. She took the photo and then painted it acrylic on canvas. And this, oh, this looks so great on the camera too. Look at this one. Is by Stephanie. Do you know the opening bid for this one?
Probably 10.
10?
Yeah.
Perfect. This is by Stephanie, and the opening bid is 10. Great texture, great colors. Right? Oh my god, a buzz.
Oh, and you bid 25 on that, right?
Scott bid 33
Okay.
on Rich's piece. So this piece is currently at $33 to Scott. Opening $10 for this beautiful mountain skate. It is really nice.
Yeah, rainbow.
What's with the rainbows lately?
Yeah. Did you see, and Christine, this was the first one we brought up. So Morgan shows up on the wall.
Yeah.
So happy. It's like the happiest little rainbow. And then you brought this piece in by Stephanie. These beautiful
perfect.
mountains. It was like so happy. Yeah.
It's nice weather outside.
I think so.
It's like spring.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Feels like summer.
Oh, looks familiar though, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like Florence or
Okay. This is mine because we started talking about the lovely weather. It's the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, and this is Bridget's Cross. And and I think it's like with Saint Bridget, it's her feast, and usually
There's 13 people with
bent
this.
out of the reeds.
That's so nice.
I tried to mimic the magic, and I used a really nice. The thread I use has this beautiful sheen.
Let me see it.
Just really, I'm just like I like the symbol. It's so beautiful.
You have to be less shy of your work. Because you're acting like this.
Cute.
You're acting like this is cute, and it's actually quite powerful.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna hold it on screen for a bit. And also, if you spun it, now where would you recommend this belongs? On the
thinking-
wall, or on somebody's jacket, or
Oh, if you stitched it to the back
Right.
of your jacket, that would be like you'd have good power.
right? What's a ding?
Randy bid $20 for The Secret Garden by Anne Christine. Hey, how are you?
My sister?
Yeah.
Nepotism. Is this on really high? Oh yeah, it is. We should show all the artwork again.
Oh, $5 opening bid.
$5.
So Anne Christine's is currently at $20 to Randy.
And this, you could stitch this to a jean jacket, right?
Yeah, so it's embroidery floss on canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Randy's laughing. Do you want to talk about yours or not yet?
Is it still wet?
We can pull other ones up.
Wet.
So these are by Morgan. This is by Morgan. It's a happy puppy in a hat.
Come on in and grab a seat.
Opening is $20.
Dog and a boulder.
A bulldog in a bowler hat.
Yeah, those ones are nice.
Opening.
That's a self-portrait
20.
of Morgan. Wah, wah.
So Morgan's work is up currently on our blue wall. And this is by Morgan. Also, if
It's
you
good
like
wash.
a little bit more
I'd say that is
Subway
not-
sandwichy, this is opening also at $20. Maybe you like Subway sandwiches. There you go. Bye, Morgan. Jesus is coming up a lot tonight.
Club sub.
The club sub and the puppy. I like the nose on this guy. Opening 20 for each of these ones.
Do you know if that's Saint the cross is that
Yeah.
Saint Bridget of Ireland?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Debbie bid. Yeah, I think so. Here, I'll get her name because it's like Saint Bridget of.
Real house.
Yeah.
It's been real busy lately.
Oh,
Yeah. Finally,
Hmm?
you know, I should come here. You know,
It's beautiful.
time worked out finally, so
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
happy to be here for sure.
Of Kildare. Yeah.
Kildare.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Patroness
I don't have any of your work.
of Ireland.
Might have to. Right.
Debbie bid 10. On-
Saint Bridget's Cross?
Yeah, on St.
Yeah, I'll
Bridget's
go-
Cross.
I'll go 20.
And Christine bids 20.
Celtic Saint. There's, Irish one, right?
Yeah, so it's February 1st is her feast day.
That's tomorrow.
Patron saint of poets, blacksmiths, healers, Ireland.
Blacksmiths.
Yeah. So she's a Celtic goddess and a Catholic saint. Feast days tomorrow. And it was originally, so it's Imbolc is the pagan festival. Debbie bids 30.
35.
35 to Anne Christine. So she's sometimes shown with flames or a lamp or cow or geese. Oh, that's fun.
Okay, you sold
She
me
is
on
like-
cow.
Right?
I love cows.
It's like very diverse connections that she has here.
Is there like four of each thing?
So I was talking about cows today.
Oh, I wonder. St. Bridget's Cross, the crozier, flames or a lamp, and cow or geese. And then for patron saint, Ireland, healers, poets, blacksmiths. No, it's all over the place. Livestock and dairy workers also. So
So,
all of Ireland.
You know what
Poets and livestock and Debbie bids 40.
45.
45 to Anne Christine.
Favorite cow.
Cow. There. So I'll show some of the pieces we brought up. So this is what's Rich is at?
it is at 33.
33 to Scott. These are opening $5. We have Ernest Hemingway. I really like this one. This guy is kind of cramping that other guy's style. And the Fox, those are all at 5, opening at 5. And Christine's is currently at 20 to Randy.
This one's, I think, dry enough.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's not
here,
dry.
let's do more. We have lots to show.
Okay, good.
Oops, sorry. So, what's this one at? Is it 45?
That's 45. Yeah.
45 to Anne Christine currently. And that's Randy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. What's this? Oh, show Ernest. It says, can you show Ernest? And I'm like, who's Ernest? Hemingway. I like that we talk about these writers at their first names here.
Ernie.
Here's Ernie. He's got his beautiful sweater. Oh, Darcy, in that cardboard box there too, if you need any canvases, you can take those or donations as well in that cardboard box. Yeah, no
Are
problem.
you putting your piece in, Darce?
Oh, yeah, let's get a picture.
Nice.
Well, it's 9:30.
So this one is
No
Violet.
rush.
It's opening at $5, and I really like his sweater.
Let's see. Oh, Ernie. Den Zabo. You know, like I was driving the first time.
I know
Next to me.
it's just stuck.
$50 for.
$50 for Bridget's Cross to Debbie. Bing bong, bing bong.
$10 on the picture that has a yellow background. One person is resting on another person's lap.
Yes, good description.
It says Dexy. Is that Dex? Is that Dax? Dexy? Dixie. Dexy?
I think it's Dexy.
Hi, Dexy.
Hi, Dexy. I love this piece too. It's opening. It's $5. Was there a bid or was it? Oh yeah, just wanted to see it closer. I really love this piece.
Oh, just to see it. It's Dex or Dexy. Thank you, Dexy. And it's a $10 bid currently.
$10 to Dexy.
And then $10 on Ernest.
$10 on to Randy.
Ernesto.
Same.
I'm going to say since it's an online text, it might be anonymous. Is that possible?
No,
Okay, then let me just look again.
it's Randy.
Oh, it is Randy.
It's Randy.
I thought it was you.
I thought so. That's right.
I thought you were being. Oh, yeah, to Randy.
Ernest. I really like this one. We were talking about like things controlling us that we're not even aware they're like controlling us. I really like this. Okay.
Yeah, Randy devours books.
Yeah. Here you go. So Randy's got this one currently.
Oh, we forgot the Isle of Rue,
Oh, the
the water container.
Rainbow. Oh, Rundle. It says Rundle. Rainbow Rundle by Stephanie is currently at, or did it get a bid yet?
It's kind of strange.
That's what you based it off of?
Well, that's
Cute.
what I flipped by that, and then who is that? Is that
Shield?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Egon Schiele? It's loosely based. Not. It's not. I'm not going to show the picture because it doesn't look anything like it. It wasn't meant to
But
look
that's
like it.
interesting. This is opening $10.
Rainbow Rumble.
Yeah.
So it did look familiar.
Yeah, totally.
And these ones are opening $20. They're Prince of Originals by Sam Biggity. Prince of Originals.
Do you have any shields around, or are they?
Yeah, behind. Oh, Patty's behind Patty's. Here, can you show? So this is a collaboration between Alvin and Amanda.
Collab.
Look at the little bears in the little flowers, and then the strawberries. It says, "Please stay out," and then the worm is not going to stay out. And then the heart strawberries, it's just so cute.
That strawberry fields forever.
Yes.
Oh, Galen, let me take you down. Because I'm going to Strawberry Fields. This is an actual tactical shield.
Oh, how much is the strawberry fields?
Opening 60.
That you can use for battle or on your wall. And it's Freya. I have a hard time saying that because I have a kid in my class named Freya. And every time I have a student whose name interferes with a piece of history, I just rewrite the history so my students say and so this is neat. The handle flips open,
So
but like it's not meant, and you can use it in that. But did you try this with your bow and arrow that day? Did you?
No.
So I ordered 10 tactical shields, and I think there's about 4 left. And this one was a commission, and then it turned out that it wasn't the exact right commission. And I don't like to battle with that stuff. For me, I prefer, rather than doing commissions, just tell me what you're interested in. I'm going to paint it because I love to paint. If it's not
And
what
you'll
you
just keep
love,
painting,
I'll
yeah.
just do my own thing.
There's never hard
But this
feelings,
one, it needs a home. I don't mind it, but it's available, and it's also good for battle. Yes.
Battle ready.
Do you want to just try it on?
How much is it?
I don't know about this one. This one I need to speak to the buyer. because the other ones were like, I have a different process for a commission piece, if that makes any sense. So
Strawberries were a theme.
doesn't that feel
tonight.
great?
Kelly made little marshmallow,
You can
And-
bang something with that if you want.
and little marshmallow is sitting.
Doesn't that feel great though? Yeah, I bought one and then just kind of thought I was nuts. And I'm like, just try it on. She's like, yeah, we should buy more. So it's a nice piece of artwork, but also will handle you well.
Actually for
It's an actual tactical shield.
police? Or something?
I don't.
No, I don't think so.
It's a riot shield that
Maybe like a riot
Riot
shield.
shield, I think.
yeah.
Very cool.
So like probably like if you're working in security or
Martial arts.
Oh, interesting.
but they do come from China.
Yeah.
And they're padded and they what?
Goes
Yeah.
well with a broadsword.
You can jog with it, you know.
Broadsword. Because Chinese broadswords are curved at the back. Happens to be exactly the right
It's a
curve.
funny thing.
Maybe I'll bring one and show you.
You can buy it.
Do you have a minimum bid on it, Rich?
I have more like okay.
Sure.
So the actual shields I bought
How much was Kelly?
have all been priced out at $300. That's what I'm
65
selling them.
opening.
And they've mostly sold. Now, that one, it's more. I don't want to put it in the auction because if I put it in the auction, then it just goes to the highest bidder. And so sometimes they're really personal. And so that's actually a strange thing about what we do here, right? Like here, I'm come to my auction. Oh, your work's here. So I would sell that shield to you, and the price doesn't matter.
Yeah, Dusty was just saying too. So you guys can figure it out. I don't know if I said that right because I was listening to you talk.
But we've
and-
been selling them for 300.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, she's watching. So
Yeah. We have been selling them for 300. So just in fairness.
I'm not good. I shouldn't be typing and talking, and Dusty's like watching me type as
That's
you're
okay.
telling me. Okay. So
Okay, so listen, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, in fairness, I think this is a fair way to do it. Okay,
the strawberries.
sometimes like I'm like trying to wrap my head around a thing, and I end up screwing over my friends. And so here's what I'm gonna do. Out of respect to the people that have purchased them previously,
Yeah.
I'm going to put this in the auction. I don't think this is unfair if I started at a decent bid. Does that make sense? I don't want the people that have been buying them for higher to feel like they got jilted, right? Because I've been really firm on the price.
And I
But
feel
it
like
doesn't-
those people bought them for
Right,
specifically. though,
right.
So that's different.
And then, but
Maybe if you put it earlier in another.
no, I'm putting it in right now
Okay.
because I don't ever, sometimes I end up feeling like I'm goaltending.
Mhm.
And that's not what we're here for. And it's actually a lot like this piece, right? Like I got caught up in an expectation of myself,
Yeah.
and I stopped thinking about the spirit of the law versus the word of the law, right? So I made a rule for myself. Okay, give me a number. I'm just going to be reckless. Usually it's easier for me to start at $5 because I'm being flippant.
No.
No.
I'm gonna start the bidding at this at $100, $100 for Freya, and I hope that's respectful for the people that bought them for 300. And $100, I think, is fair in the sense that, first of all, we could kind of use $100 right
And
now.
we can do payments or whatever too, because that's not a stress.
Yeah, payments aren't a problem, and it's funny because we managed to get ourselves $10,000 up. So is that like for the last 2 years or so, we were like kind of floating this nest egg, And so if somebody's like, oh, I can't make a payment, it's like, that's okay. Because over the 12 years we were open, we climbed,
Dusty bid 200.
thank you, Dusty.
Freya.
Freya. We climbed up
For
to a
my
point where we had a $10,000 nest.
225.
Thank you.
225 to AC.
Okay, I'm gonna cry. Stop. And then from last Christmas, the world kind of tanked, and so our nest egg started to deplete and deplete and deplete. And I was telling this earlier because by August, I was like, "So what do we got in the bank?" Just like $500. I'm like, "No, that's
Dusty
not
bid
possible."
250.
Because
Dusty bid 250.
there's no way we could have lost $10,000 in 4 months, and it wasn't so much as. And the same thing. I'm going to tell the story.
Okay.
Just because I told it online this week, and I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We will give money away if people need it, right? So if somebody comes in and they sell a piece for $100, and they're like, "Look, I need the whole $100," we'll give them the whole $100, right? If they're like, it sells for $100, and they just want their $50, their half, well, we want them. We're hoping for people to wait until the money comes in before we pay them. But if they're really stuck, we'll give them their half, right? So the problem is though, if the money doesn't come in and we give out the other half, we're $50 down and we're $50 out, which means we're 100. So we ended up $1,800 short this month. I'm like, it's not even possible for us to be $1,800 short because it's only been, but because we're paying out and not getting in,
Yeah.
it really torpedoed us. And everybody just happened to pull their stuff together and get us all the checks 4 days before rent, and we made rent fine. Everything's fine. I think we had $4 left in the bank, but we made it through, and everything was good, and that made us very happy. But it also means that like you can take 2 months to pay. It's better if we know, especially if it's my stuff. Take the rest of your life to pay.
Yeah.
But if we're paying out
Yeah.
to people,
And that's my fault, like you said. Like
that's
that's
100% your
me.
fault. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying
I'm like,
because when
how are we $1,800?
when you're telling a story, it's never the people's fault. It's my fault for mismanaging.
It shouldn't be lower, right? Like I can see if we're waiting for checks to come in. If we're waiting for checks to come in, fine, it's coming in, fine.
Yeah.
But if it's low, if it's gone down, it means we've been paying out before we got paid in, and then we're really screwed. So we panicked, but it all worked out in
and
the
we're
last 4
eternally
days.
grateful to everybody.
Okay.
All
Has
of them.
Dusty got this, or
Currently 250 to Dusty.
250 going once, 250 going twice, 250 going 3 times with a 10-minute lag?
Okay.
And do you want to know what it says? Because it's written in runes.
Oh yeah, here I'll get it out, or you can read it because you wrote it.
And there's
I'll get it. I'll pull it up.
it's
Invictus.
it's not. I think it's either Invictus or it's and there's miles to go.
No, in the. What are some words?
Me,
Because I can't remember which stanza it was.
E.
Out of the
Why?
night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced, not cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed.
Is the word horror in there?
Oh, here, this is the third stanza.
It's Invictus. It is Invictus.
Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and
Yeah.
yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid.
Yeah. So I can write in runes faster than I can read them, but it's got Invictus written in runes.
The third stanza of Invictus.
Yeah. And do you want to try it on? Because it's quite.
It feels really close. We're headed out.
It was really nice seeing you. Take so good. So good. Right? Yeah, totally. And you have the
It's not
Do you have
pretend. It's.
like
I don't have a real sword now.
yeah.
I think if you used it in battle as it aged, it would get more and more interesting as time goes as well. Like I
I
think.
guess I shouldn't have been.
No, please do. Please do. Dents and
That's what he
scratches.
was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You got it?
I have a bow, yeah, long bow.
Is this all the available stuff or the sold stuff?
Really?
Yeah.
This is all available. Whatever you see, ask about, and we will pull it.
Can I show you two things that I think are just for you?
Oh, really? For hunting?
No pressure.
For hunting or target?
Well, it could be used for hunting, but I've never hunted with
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So fun.
Yeah.
it. 75 pound.
That was in
Ooh. Those are heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So this is by Patty. This is by Patty. It is opening $40. I'm trying to fit it all on screen so you can see the awesomeness. So it's like kind of multimedia and very dreamlike.
I made these circles out of those ones I haven't got to yet.
That long
These
one's
are
pretty.
not found
That's
yet.
tough to pull back. How much is it?
Opening $40 and it's by Patty.
They both kind of black light. I think both black light.
My wife.
Anyways, I thought I wanted to show you. And I'll show you.
It's Japanese. Suzanne.
There's these lips.
We've got one of those downstairs. That's super tall.
Not
They're
mine.
really great. They're curved at the bottom.
Hi. Why aren't you wearing glasses? Why would I have taken my glasses off? Oh, they're there.
I saw them somewhere. This is also by Patty. Yeah. This,
It's funny. You know, it's-
if you need a special rock
Wait,
lookout for
okay.
garden.
Dusty bid 250.
That's what, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought that was the same bid.
No, it's good. So I'll watch your outer for your garden. Feather and leaves. Opening 20 for this beautiful magical rock.
Who's
This,
that by again?
Patty. The rock is by Patty.
They're all by Patty.
Yeah, this is by Kyle. Kyle.
Let me see.
Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle. This is by Kyle.
And how much is the bid?
20.
Let me see it again.
Very nice. So opening $20.
That's a great pink.
It is a great thing.
Yeah, please come in.
Hi, everyone is welcome. Do you know what we do here?
Sorry?
Do you know what we're doing?
No, I just work across the street. And I was so curious. Like, I've never. There's no open sign or anything. So
Fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
it's totally rogue. So
Wait,
every
guess what we do?
I think it's live art.
Yay! So we are currently doing a live auction. So every single Wednesday, this is actually 558th time we've gotten together. People make
Some
art.
nights it's packed in here and everybody's bidding, and some nights people are at home bidding.
Yeah, so
Tonight
there's
we
like,
have mostly people. Well, we have one,
Yeah.
two. We have people here bidding, and then but it's fun that like if I walked in here and to see an auction and it was so empty, like it's not an auction, but there's actually people joining us at home as
At
well,
home
which is
too.
really sweet.
so yeah, so we make art from 7 to 9, and then at 9 o'clock we have the live auction.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this is by Alvin, and it is opening at $20. I like the round things that are coming
Yeah,
up.
wow.
Roundness.
Bid 20 on cows.
Yeah. What did I just do?
I was trying to wait till I saw all of them because sometimes I just go hard and then.
Yeah, that's brutal, eh?
Did I just? Where did I put it?
It's remarkable that it's so lost.
Ah,
The
Like,
the
it's-
complexity and what.
Oh, it's here. It's here. You yeah.
Oh, I lost it.
Yeah.
Well, that explains so much.
It's $20 to Chancho.
Yeah. Do you want to hold it?
Yes. For
I
you.
really like that pink. I kind of got my nostrils a little close to the camera. If I'm going to do that again, I need to get in there with the clippers and clip down those nails.
I
So
got a lighter.
What?
Kyle's
Is that a thing? Can you light your
Twenty.
nose hairs?
Jeez Louise.
Which one did you bid on?
Look at the sparkles. Can you show that?
I can't. You can't. Oh, you can see the sparkles.
what is that?
These are glass by Brenda. So I'll show you a few. These are all.
This is
open-
actually goes perfectly with your
That's
motorcycle
16.
helmet.
Yeah.
It's too bad we quit drinking. Can you just see yourself like,
Oh, it's a goblet.
Goblet. Look how cool they're like. I pulled all of these out. They're kind of fun colors together. So they're all opening at 60. So this one has like cloud structures on the bottom. So
is
there's
Scott with us? Because he was asking about glass.
yeah, I think Scott was with us.
You didn't show him these?
I didn't get far enough. Oh, I did. That's why
You
they're
saw them?
out.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's why they're out. So the green one, blue one, very vivid orange
We
yellow.
give up sugar and we don't really drink orange juice anymore because it's got so much sugar.
Yeah.
And that orange cup is making me Jones for the sugar right now. Like,
Yeah. Some orange crush.
I found a orange.
Oh, look at this. It looks like it has like a. Sorry,
No, it's fine. Just let me know if I can tell my
it's
story. or
purple.
not.
Tell your story. Tell
You
your story. Mwah.
I found a Christmas orange in my classroom, like right before Christmas, actually. And I was it was one of those days where I was super hungry while I was teaching. And then the end of the day came and all the kids went home. I'm like, well, that's not going to be good tomorrow. So I was just tidying up and I picked up the orange and I was about to throw it in the garbage because it wasn't mine. I'm going to eat some stranger's orange. And I was like, I'm actually kind of hungry right now. And, you know, there's food shortages in the world. Maybe it's okay if I eat this orange. So I peeled it, ate it, hadn't had an orange in a while, drove back from Cochrane. By the time I picked Jess up, I don't know if it's that I'm not used to eating sugar or if it was laced with something because I was tripping balls. Like coming down McLeod Trail, I lost 10 minutes. And then I looked over at Jess. I'm like, I'm sorry, did I stop talking? She's like, you have been talking really fast. I'm like, how did we get here? And it was like,
He was driving.
yeah, that's crazy.
So the cups are $60 opening, and this is $40 opening. I just think it's really lovely. So those are all by Brenda.
What is that?
This is. It could be a bowl. It could
It's
also
so
be
many
a very
things.
short cup with a wide rim.
It could be a hat.
Has it got ridges inside?
Yeah.
It's got ridges. It could be a candy bowl.
Mhm.
It could be where you keep your spare light bulb. You could put it on the side of your car and have it spin on the wheels.
I'm calling the candle.
You can look into it and see virtually nothing.
Virtually nothing.
Well, you just laughed into my deaf ear,
Sorry.
and the pitch went up. I've got this
You
all
really-
day.
You could use it as
I've
a
got this
ear
all day,
defender.
all night. High
It is.
E that rips in this ear all day, all night, and now it's a high F. Sharp. I'm gonna say it was a better note before you broke my ear again.
I'll try to do it again and maybe knock it down.
Maybe
Here,
by morning
show it
it'll
again
drop
for a
down
second.
to a G.
This is by Alana.
Yeah,
I just like all the circles
Alana?
coming up.
yeah.
Oh yeah, ALANA. Opening $50.
Okay.
So beautiful. Yeah.
I had a series of art history. So Jess was telling this story that I tell about how when they discard, especially art history books in my classroom, there's usually something wrong with the binding or parts of the book were damaged, and they're like, "We're going to throw this out." And what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll cut out all the paintings, and then I stick them to my wall, and you have a completely different experience when art history's stapled to the wall. Now the other thing is, I do this several times a year, and several times a year the fire department comes and tells me to take them all down, and then I take them all down, and I put them back up, and then it's a dance we play. I'm actually completely allowed to have enough of these on the wall, but just to be safe, they always tell me to take some of them down. So the thing I do is as I cut up these books, and it's actually quite meditative, I'll have a paper cutter, and I just tear the pages out of the book, but then I cut nice clean squares, and then I if there's a kid that doesn't want to draw one day, I'm like, why don't you just staple these on the wall? And they fall in love with art history while they're doing it. These ones I don't always put up because if there's a lot of nudes in the painting, it freaks the kids out sometimes. So I stash all the nude ones and I take them home. But the best thing is if I have a kid that's not feeling motivated, and I don't tell my kids what they have to do, but I do say, go look at the wall and find a picture you don't hate. Because sometimes just the paper isn't that wonderful until you see them in real life. And when they find a picture they like, I like this one, I go, tear it off. And they just feel so special when they tear the picture off the wall. And so I had several of these on my desk, and I had the intention of modifying in the same way that this one was an art history painting that I had made that looked like a 90s, actually not Edgefest, a Highwood, where I saw the Ramones and Bad Brains. This one I really didn't know what I was doing with it, but it is
The death of Sardanapalus.
something Jessie knows. She's going to take this around. And then I painted this, which is just like a weird,
Sardanapalus.
almost like if instead of art history you were on LSD, I think maybe. And so the same narrative, but I actually tried to make it. This got weird because this is kind of a death and murder painting.
Well, this one is about this king that had so much hubris. He was getting all of his like slaves and animals and everything to be in his funeral pyre.
Right.
And so this struggle is these like
It's a cautionary tale.
it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
To not
So
be
when I
around
started
people.
painting it, though, I felt less lovely about this one guy who's holding onto this lady's arm, and I was kind of like kicking around ideas like, how can I make this less sort of something like that feels aggressive? And I think maybe the eros started to evolve out of it, and so that. But then when the horse stayed in the picture, it just became like. It's kind
like
of
your centaur painting.
yeah, like it's just okay. It's kind of more like when Barbarella got high, like it's kind of like that 1960s science fiction, anything goes, kind of like they're not bound by our rules, and they're just
I like that guy has jean shorts on.
yeah, no, it's not.
It's like cutoffs.
It's not exactly well conceived,
I really
but
like the colors.
it'll be a good conversation starter, I think, and it comes with the original piece of art history.
I like that you took
No,
something.
it doesn't. It comes with a piece of paper with art history on it.
Is that David Hasselhoff?
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Scott paid $60 on this beautiful piece
That's good. That's really good.
Who's that by?
by Brenda.
For which one?
I'm gonna say purple gray.
Did the fox get a bid?
Purple gray.
I think so.
Who bid it? So
Purple, and it looks like a little tail of the glass at the bottom.
Did the fox get a bid?
No, but people want to see it.
Here's the funny thing about
Opening
this fox.
$5.
So there's a teacher at my school who really loves foxes, and then she met somebody who really loves foxes, and then they got engaged, and I decided to make them a fox painting. And I made a fox painting at school. Times were tight, and I threw it in the auction, and it sold. Turns out she was bidding on it from home, and I didn't know. So I sold her fox, which was supposed to be a wedding gift. It's like
Hilarious.
layers of disappointment. So then I painted like 4 more foxes to make up for it. And she kept buying them. So I ended up making a killing off of these foxes. And then she had like 3 kids and went on mat leave. And then she came back subbing for herself the other day.
So funny.
No, it's worse. Because it just so happened that in the staff room there was a Canadian Geographic, and on the cover was a fox.
Oh my.
And she said, "Hey, did you see that magazine in the staff room? Because we're on supervision or something." I was like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, it's a fox." And then later on, I found it in my room. So she had moved the Canadian Geographic. She liberated it from the staff room and gifted it to me in the art room. And I sat down and painted this as a thank you. And then she left. And so what would be really funny is if I sold this and then she shows up at school again. I'm like, "Oh, I painted your fox and I sold it in the auction again." Like, because I don't learn my lesson.
Non-stop.
Non-stop for the rest of your lives.
Morgan asked to show the Jesus again. The sandwich and the Jesus. And this is the puppy. Both by Morgan. Both opening at $30 each.
Is that a derby or a watch cup?
Yeah, because it's not quite a bowler, is it?
Derby or a watch cup?
Do you want to pull?
Yeah, I said boulder.
Did you say bowler or boulder?
I said boulder. All right. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Does this have a bid? Who has this?
33 to Scott.
Okay, 33 to Scott.
These
A piece of rich.
were by
history.
Angie, and they're cute little mushroom psychedelic paintings.
Angie!
And I think they go together,
Angie!
but they could go by themselves.
Did this one get a bid? It's so nice. It should have a bid.
The opening is $10.
This paint part really filled my heart. Are we getting bids? Are we missing bids? You check the phone.
Yeah. Checking.
And then can I show this?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna show that one.
This is because I was feeling nostalgic about the flood. What a weird thing to feel nostalgic about.
I was gonna say we're gonna miss the water.
No, I just I must have been thinking about this. You know when this happened? Do you remember I sat down
Yeah.
and I took out graph paper just because I needed to figure out when did I move into the Continentals, when did I move out of the Continental, and because I had like this blur of time, I was trying to figure out why I had 2 apartments at once. And so that sounds weird, right? So what happened was I had an apartment. It was a very tiny apartment. No one could live in this apartment. It was, do you see these 2 walls? This area was a square, and that was my whole apartment. I had room for a king size bed with 1 foot. When I say king size bed, like this is a really sad story. My kids had a bunk bed. And when I moved out, I got the 2 peed on, yellow stained single mattresses. Everything I owned used to go into 16 milk crates, and I would carry around. If I couldn't fit in my 16 milk crates, I didn't keep it. And I had the 2 kind of bed stained mattresses that between the 16 milk crates and the mattresses, I was able to make a king size bed. And right. And then so my aunt moved out from Vancouver, and she bought a house, and she just needed a little help. So she said I could live in the basement for free if I helped her out around the house. Well, I was like, oh man, like this is just what I needed, because I was really broke at the time. And I was a teacher, you know, but like all my money was going into gasoline because I taught on the far side of the city. Anyhow, for about 4 months, I was waiting for my lease to come up, run out, so that I could move into this basement suite. And then out of the blue, my aunt, who'd kind of gotten rid of her pets in Vancouver, ended up with 2 new cats. My son was definitely allergic to cats. So after moving all my stuff into the basement, I realized I needed to keep my apartment because I couldn't take my son to the basement on the weekends. Anyhow, around that time, there was a flood. And I just really loved that sensation of like people pulling together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same in COVID. I you know, everybody kind of went through these tough times, the flood and COVID. And what I remember is just how people took care of each other. And so, you know, all these crappy times in your life turn out to be the parts you miss the most. So this is a motion painting of a man sandbagging, or I guess it's a man. Can I pass it on?
It also reminds me of Muybridge photos.
Yeah,
and like
That's a big part of my childhood.
Mhm.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Did you have an opening bid for your motion painting?
$5.
$5, and then this is by Tanner. That one's opening $5. Yeah, this 20. Troncho bid 20 on
Because you missed the flood?
that piece.
Do you miss the flood?
I missed the flood.
I was going to talk about this one.
No, I was living in Acreage. So.
Yeah, this is by Tanner, and the opening is $20 for this one.
Am I selling this, or are you just exhibiting?
It was just here. It's 1 of 3. I don't think we should
This
sell
is
it.
one of my very first silk screen silks. Every time I made and it was just a 2-color screen. So the blue printed onto purple, onto black paper, with some other prints on the back, which are my chucks. And there was 1 of 3 in 2020. And I was just tinkering with silk screen, and I really loved the way that I was working with it. Every time I made a t-shirt silk screen, I would make 1 or 2, maybe 3 paper prints, just testing it out. And I kept the first 3, and I framed this one, right? And then I think what happened was I needed the frame because we sold a piece. So I pulled this out, and then it's been kicking around. So if you'd be interested in bidding on a Rich Teru Venus of Willendorf. Can you see the Venus in here? Do you know the Venus of Willendorf? Here's her head and her torso and her feet.
She used to be the first one in all the art history.
The oldest.
And now it's the Lion Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually-
talk about the process of how you made that.
I'll show you here. Come on.
Yeah. It's so fun. I just wanted to show too, Nova had more pieces here. So this is from last week when Morgan had his opening. I just love this candle imagery. She was doing so well helping me show the paintings, and then painting her own piece too while she was helping me. So this is opening $5. And she also made cute rainbow looms, $2 each. This one has a cute little like green friend at the bottom. Oh. And it's like a keychain. That's $2. And this is a cute little donut with a bow in her hair.
Did you say Morgan?
Morgan's daughter Nova. So little. I wanted to show you those. Also, this is Morgan's other daughter, Luna. And she's little, and she put macaroni on her painting. So this is $5 too. Just like went for it. So cute. This is by Alvin. Oh my gosh, every time I look at it, I see more cute teddy bears. There's little teddy heads floating around in the pond. This one says it's always warm at the gardens. So it's during a cold snap. Going in and stopping in at the Devonian Gardens is really, it's like these public spaces are so pivotal. Giving people space. $30. From the Devonian Gardens. Cute little guys. So this is Alvin opening 30. And this was Alvin and Amanda opening 60.
Did this get a bid?
No, I kind of want to keep it just because I have that connection to Delacroix.
Yeah, but
and it's,
where
like,
are you gonna
so
keep
trippy.
it? Saucy.
Saucy.
Okay, Jesse, $50
I
going
did, yeah,
once,
I did $50.
$50 going twice,
Sweet. I'll take
$50
it.
going 3
Take this
times.
one. The Delacroix. So interesting.
And then you get to have this.
That 3D one gets sold? There's like a 3D.
No, here. I was gonna show it again. Patty's. This is by Patty. It's $40 opening bid. It's very dreamlike. I really like this. I
the
love.
right way up. Or
Yeah, it's the right way up. So wow. Yeah, she signed it that way, and it's $40 the other way. But
Oh wow,
that changes everything.
Yeah. it does.
So
Oh,
that's the
I'm kind of
bed.
feeling like Dune.
Sorry,
Why?
What's the bed?
$40 opening.
Okay, I'll do 50.
$50 for Patty's.
I want this one.
To Chancho. Oh, sorry. All of those are by Angie, and they're Rich. Those ones were
Here,
20.
bring them up.
Yeah, they're $20 opening.
40 for chocolate.
Yeah.
I think that one's 40 because it says 40 right there.
She wanted to give them to the. So these were from other spaces. So it says.
$40 is what she would charge for it,
Yeah.
if that helps you.
Yeah.
I'll do
We
50.
we have permission to start out lower.
Lower.
If you want to bid 40,
So the
that'd be very
artist is
generous.
moving, and we're just helping her move some of her
Okay.
pieces. So you'll
Who's
do
the
40.
artist on this one?
Angie Roberts.
I'll do 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you probably would have even seen her. She's come very often to see. I'm sorry, would you mind actually
Yes.
passing me more? And thank you for asking, because I put those there to put in the auction after, and then I didn't. Thanks, Jojo.
Mhm.
So this is by Angie as well.
I did a poster very much like this for the school play when I was in high school. And it's funny because it was just like this, only it had 2 ominous eyes right here. And every time I see like a tree line like that, I scare the shit out of myself because I'm like, because I did such a scary poster.
Interesting. Dexy's asked about the starting bid for the silk screen. Did you give one?
I gave it away as a gift.
Oh, it's a gift. Sorry.
It's a gift.
We have more silk screens, Dexy, though, so we'll show you some other stuff next time.
Hey, what was the tree? Who's that by?
This is $20 opening. This is by Angie as well. And this is also by Angie, $40 for the larger one.
And it sparkles. It sparkles. Okay.
I just need to make sure I got it. So yeah, these. So yeah, $20, $30,
Scott has this one.
$33. Yeah.
What about these? No.
Okay,
These.
I can tell a story. Can I see this book? There's a story that goes with these T-shirts.
Sorry,
Those t-shirts?
you want to see these?
Yeah,
Are they shirts?
they're shirts.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
so the T-shirts, these are by Maggie. The shape, they're printed off of storm drain. No, the big, circles. So it's printmaking
Manhole covers.
manhole covers.
Yeah.
So Maggie,
And we're not taking a cut of this.
no, it's
It's
all
going
like-
100% to
I'm gonna find the page right now.
So she puts the paint on the manhole cover and just puts
Yeah.
the shirt on it.
But okay, it's not even just rogue. Like she went through the process of asking the city, asking the artists, and then actually got fresh manhole covers to her studio, did the printing, and then cleaned them and returned them.
which is
So
funny
she didn't
because
do
we
rogue on the
Those are heavy.
street. That's what she said.
we
It's
totally
like-
would have gone rogue on it, and then she's like, and then you have to ask permission. I'm like, why do you gotta ask permission? She's like, because it's the proper thing to do. It's like, oh, of course it's the proper thing to do. Yeah, take a look.
Take them. So one, I'm just trying to see if she wrote down the story, because one of them is like the drinking water. Oh, here, and it's gonna go. So one of them is for the drinking water supply. One of them's from wastewater, and they're all three different artists. And so the funds will go to the nechem.org. So it's an indigenous space that the money will go to. Oh yeah, street level. So where we used to have the Bear Clan, that kind of thing, Nechem is kind of like this new street level kind of support system.
Did we
for the
put yours in, Darce?
people.
Are you ready? You can do it next week if it's not ready. Are you ready?
Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your.
Thunder.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, Bunny is 65 open.
I am the greatest man that ever lived. I was born to give and give and give. What is this about, Darcy?
Pretty much says it all.
I thought it said you, and I was like, "Wow, man, that really hurt my soul." And then I said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, I'm awesome.
Oh, for a second there, I thought I was like the cowboy, like like you, but yeah. But yeah, that makes more sense.
So good. What's your opening, Darcy?
$20.
$20 by Darcy Lasecki.
You guys do cards?
What?
Yes, we do. we have
Try.
them in Air's machine. Long answer. It does
We
this
do.
weird thing with the intro. It's the short answer, yes.
Okay, I can also e-transfer you. Can I do $30?
$30 for Darcy's? Yeah, of course you can. What's your name?
I'm good. ANGAD.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Thank you. I'm Jessica, and that's Rich.
Nice to meet you guys.
We're family.
John,
Chancho.
nice to meet you guys.
Welcome home. What took you so long?
Galen. Galen.
Is that a print? Or is that?
This is by Ava.
It is a print. Yeah.
So it's a print of her original piece. So the print of her original piece, the original piece was pencil crayon, and then she also did a little bit of drawing with metallic inks into the eyeball
Mhm.
monocle. So $30 is opening for this piece.
Mhm. Mhm. you pass me my strange self-portrait there?
Yeah.
I can't remember why I even did this. I think I was sitting in class and somebody had taken a canvas and started something and then abandoned it. And I was just randomly messing around with it. And what I liked about it was the luminosity. You see? Because it's a mix of two different kinds of paints. And we have this really crazy cheap watercolor at school,
Yeah.
which is super waxy and just kind of creepy. And I used two different kinds of paint, which created a matte and shiny. And I guess I could say it's a bit of a self-portrait.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I really have no purpose for having this piece. I just took it home because it was shiny.
Nice.
But sometimes it's just nice to share those things.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also nice. This is by Morgan. $20 opening. We were talking that it's maybe Antoinette let them eat cake. She has her cake pieces and it might look like the Van Gogh style kind of in the background, the starry night sky, the Eiffel Tower maybe, but lots of cake. And then there's also
Galen, I have a question for you.
these are beautiful figure drawings by Rich too that he's put in these gorgeous frames, and I just think this set is gorgeous. Also, the paintings are I just love
When
the implied lines.
implied
Sorry.
lines. Galen, when you were a kid,
Yeah.
did you ever eat a soup called Zoop? And for some reason there was like a cowboy on the front? Did you have Zoop soup?
No, I don't remember having that.
Soup? I'm not sure if I completely imagined this thing, but as a kid, I remember I kind of liked, I think it might have been Lipton. Darcy,
Yo,
did you ever have Zoop soup?
what?
Zoop.
Zoop.
Yeah, it was like soup, but it was Zoop.
Yes.
Are you messing with me? He's messing with me.
Are you thinking of Zoodles?
Zoop.
It's like Muppets.
There were Zoodles.
Muppets ate that.
Animals in that.
Should I sell this puppet tonight? I
No.
don't think I should.
What the heck?
Do you need a purple puppet?
I love the teeth so much.
Here's what's going to happen with this puppet, and I'm going to regret it so bad. This puppet would work so much better if I hot glued the fingers into the mouth, and then I would have a glove
Right.
to hold it into place. Because sometimes I start to lose them off the top, and that totally spoils the effect.
Or does it add to it? Because it's
No, it
like the
spoils it.
jaw just like.
You
goes.
love the joke of my puppetry failing. I don't love that joke so much. But I totally know, because I have this compulsion I can't avoid, that I want to put hot glue in here and then stuff my thumb in so that it fits perfectly. Only like if I don't
Okay.
time it right, I'm going to stick my thumb into molten hot glue. And I can see it being worse here because I'll probably try this and like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then go in here and be like, I just destroyed my 4 most important fingers. But once I get it hot glued in there, it'll be perfect.
Nice.
No, my favorite soup when I was a kid was called Zoop. And I'm pretty sure there was a cowboy on the front. I think it was chicken noodle soup and it had little circles. And I thought maybe I was crazy because, you have these phantom memories. And you can find almost anything on the internet. Did you look it up? Because I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
on
the
the
only one, the logo looked like that.
No.
Because that's like, the
No.
only thing I can find is like a fancy rebrand.
So, but there's this one guy and his wife that I knew from art school that worked. They got out of art school and as a couple worked at Toys R Us because they're the kind of people that love toys and they're thoughtful people. And they're both archivists in the way that Josetta Stitch is an archivist. They're just people that cherish history in the past. And so I just randomly I was just like, I got these crazy thoughts. I'm like, we're watching, what were we watching? We're watching a Tarantino movie with all kinds of gore and stuff. And it's distracting because I'm like, whatever happened to Zoop Soup? And I looked it up.
All makes sense.
There's no evidence of Zoop Soup at all. And then so I wrote on Facebook, am I crazy? Or did there used to be a soup called Zoop
and I think there was a cowboy. I would have been like 3 when they stopped making this, so it's like a very vague memory.
What year was it when you were 3?
Like a million years ago.
74.
Yeah.
Then I can search Zoom that year.
74.
No, I looked in the 70s, and
Yeah.
it's looked at it's before the internet,
Right.
And-
Zoopman Soup Mix.
something like that. Yeah,
Lipton.
but there isn't a cowboy on there, is there?
No, it's a. I can see why you think it's a cowboy.
Maybe the commercial. did.
It's a
A wizard? Are you looking at a flattened box?
circus guy with a pot on his head.
Yeah. I have these kids with food aversions. Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Is it really
Sort of. Sort of.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's exactly it. Like, I think it's the same, but like when I had it, I think I had it in a different year. If that makes any sense. Like, I think it was a different box. I have a very vivid memory of this box. But I also have these kids that don't. They have food aversions. So like if I find something that like Felix, he's so sweet. He kind of dresses like Donald Trump. Like he kind of wears like the not Trump, but the Trump supporters, you know, like there's a sort of a uniform, kind of sportswear, but he's 11. It just doesn't suit him the way he dresses, like golf shirts and things. And it's just like, I need to get this kid into something more contemporary. And we're at the store and I was joking. I pulled out this cable knit sweater. I'm like, do you like this? And he's like, no. I'm like, why don't you try it on? He's like, I love it. So I bought 4, right? And I'm just mystified because he hates all things that are knit. He doesn't like the way they feel. And he tried on this sweater and he loved it. So I bought 4 of them. But I'm like, can you put into words maybe what you like about the sweater? He's like, yeah, it just didn't feel scratchy. I'm like, oh, can you help me out a little more? Because he wears the same shirt every day, right? And he wears his shorts over top of his sweatpants. And it's an okay look, but it's like every day, like try something else. Same with Zoop. If I find something he'll eat, it's like it becomes an obsession. Why did I start talking about that? I don't know. Okay.
This guy look like a cowboy.
What?
Does
What?
this guy look like a
The other
Gillies?
guy?
Can we call it quits? Text if you have any questions about any pieces, but we're gonna start wrapping up. And we
I
got
think that might be closer to it.
that album of Joni Mitchell's live
Oh, you did.
performance at Newport a couple years ago, and
It was last summer.
it was 2020. It
No,
was
it
really,
was last summer.
oh, why
Oh, why did I do that?
would you do that?
Yes, it was last summer.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as the northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. Oh, I'm a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said love was touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I you, ooh, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet.
Can you sing Big Yellow Taxi?
What?
Can you sing Big Yellow Taxi?
I didn't look that one up, and now it's like that was supposed to be the end.
Oh,
So I did this when we closed. That should be when we close down this space, shouldn't
not tonight. We'll do it again.
it?
When we shut down Gorilla, we only had a couple days notice. Actually, we found out on our last Rumble that it was our last Rumble. We found out at 7. It was the end of it. And then so Jess sang us Big Yellow Taxi, but it had a one line
At the end,
adjusted at the end.
they paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, believe me, the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. I said, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They paved paradise, put up a sushi spot.